Hello, family. Hello, everyone. I am Annette Day. If this is the first time our paths are crossing, hello once again. So, I want to take time to welcome you to the first episode of the Eden's Gem podcast. Thank you for taking the time to tune in. I'm super excited and grateful that you are here, and I have the privilege of sharing this episode with you. To start off, let me formally introduce myself to you. So, who am I? Well, I like to define myself based on different categories, but my favorite is that I am a daughter, I am a bride, I am a soldier, and I am a servant of the Most High God. I'm curious to find out how you tend to introduce yourself. Professionally, though, I am a trained obstetrical nurse and a certified holistic wellness and life coach. By calling, I like to say that I am a midwife who comes alongside people who are impregnated with a dream to help them birth. And then by role, we all have various roles that we play. So I'm a daughter, I am a wife to an amazing man, I am the biological mother of four amazing children, but I also happen to be a spiritual mother to many, many sons and daughters. In a nutshell, that's how I like to define myself, by who God calls me, by the profession and training, by calling, and then by roles. So I'm eager to see in the comments how you like to introduce yourself. So, why this podcast? Well, it's something that I would say is by request. So, request from a ministry that I have called the Beauties of Eden. And it is a ministry and a community of women that are striving to live and do what God has put them here on earth to do. So there was, can we have a podcast, something that we can watch and listen? Well, we have what we call the conversation in the garden, but it's restricted to people in the Facebook group. So why don't we create something that women on the go will be able to listen to? So in a nutshell, what we will be doing on this podcast is we'll be sharing stories of hope, of boldness, of excitement that will help today's women live her best and God ordained life. Who is this podcast for? Introductory wise, we want to know, what is it about? Who is it for? Things like that. So this podcast is for the woman who feels like there is so much more to her life than she's currently living. It is for the woman who is uncertain about her identity, mission here on earth, and her future. It is for the woman who wants to step into her genius, her brilliance, and her zone of mastery, something that I like to define. Like when you step into your zone of mastery, then you're able to silence that negative little voice that's telling you who you are and who you're not. So basically, that is who it's for. For the woman who knows that she's not just an addition to global count. Some of us, there are 7 billion people, 20 billion people, however many. So a lot of us feel like maybe we're just part of the global count. But this podcast is going to bring stories, it's going to bring information, we're going to do some interviews and talk so that we don't feel like we're just a global count, but that we're here on an assignment and that we must discover and deploy that assignment in and through the lens of God. Some of the topics that we will be sharing will be womanhood from God's perspective. As a Christian woman, I believe that, again, I am not just here to be part of the global count. And I hope you that are listening, that's not how you feel either. But that there is a mandate on your life. And that mandate helps you do it with all boldness when you and I get it from God's perspective. So we will be sharing stories from biblical women and also women that are living in our current day life, that are living life according to God's perspective. We will be talking about, why did God create women to begin with? Are we just to be naggers and just bring problems to society through the lens of Eve? No. So why did God create women to begin with? So these are some of the stories that we'll be sharing on this podcast. Is the woman created to be a second-class citizen? Is she meant to be just in the bedroom? Is she a woman that has to fight to be able to get a table in the boardroom? These are some of the things: identity crisis, how to be a kingdom woman of influence. So I want to end by this, as this is just the introductory episode. I'm looking forward to exciting conversations, learning moments, and to see beauties doing God ordained exploits. And so we're looking forward to connecting with you, to sharing, to growing together, and to become the beauties in the garden that are gems that society cannot wait to discover. God bless you and see you soon.